Join us live Tuesday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Culture Connects podcast Season 1 finale. Streaming on Facebook and YouTube, hosted by Honey with special guest King James Wellborn. Born on the south side of Chicago, raised in the heart of the low end, and molded by the streets of the wild 100s, James Wellborn, better known as King James, has a story unlike any other. From the record shops to the hustle of the game, James lived a life few could imagine. But now he's ready to share his truth, how he played the game, and more importantly, how he bowed out with grace. Join Honey for the powerful Culture Connects podcast Season 1 finale, a story of survival, transformation, and redemption. This is an Aisha Sisters production.
Welcome to the Culture Connects podcast. I am your hostess, Honey, and I am joined by my wonderful special guest, King James. Tonight is my season finale. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out and supporting the podcast. If you're watching this right now, please take the time out to like, share, and subscribe. Share this podcast on your social media platforms. I can use all the support I can get. And I'm just really, really, really appreciative of everything and everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, King James, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. It's always a treat when the players meet. Okay, you guys, King James has a powerful story for us. We're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. I don't want you guys to miss not 1 second of what King James is about to lay down for us.
Welcome to Aisha Sisters Productions. Got the vision but need the firepower? Look no further. We don't just create, we dominate. Whether it's e-flyer creation, commercial production, or top-tier advertising and promotion, we take your brand to the next level. Need a podcast setup or already running one? Let us handle the backstage production like pros. Stay in front of the mic while we handle everything behind the scenes. Don't just get noticed, get remembered. Contact Aisha Sisters Productions today for all your streaming and production needs. It's time to elevate your brand. We'll take you there.
All right, welcome back. All right, King James.
Yes, Miss Honey, what's going on?
All right, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I gotta say thank you for having me.
You know, you have a powerful story. Where did it start? How did it start for King James? When did James Wellborn become King James? How did that play out?
That took some years. That was something I had to earn, man. You know, okay. In the beginning, you know, I was just a regular old kid, man. You know, and I can remember, you know, we stayed on 45th and Everton. In our front, my mother could see out the window. But this particular day, I'm maybe 9 years old, and I'm outside with some other guys, and we was pitching pennies. And my mother hollered out the window like,
yeah.
She said, bring your ass upstairs right now. You know, I didn't even understand what it was about, but later I did. It was like my mother was saying to me, if I don't catch him right now, you know, I'm going to lose this man to the street. So fast forward some years later, we moved from 45th to the 100s. And this when it really started to begin, man. You know, my house was like a house where, you know, everybody in the neighborhood hung out. I had 2 older brothers. Oldest brother name was Bobby. They called him Big Cross. My other brother name was Gusto. Both of my brothers passed, you know, all my siblings passed. But to make a long story short, you know, everybody hung out in my mother's house. So, you know, I just sit around and watch them, listening. You know, I was like absorbing Junior. You know, I was soaking it up like a sponge, man. I could remember my brother and them speaking about Uptown and Old Town and New Town. I was like, where the hell are these places at, man? So I would sit there and I would watch them, man, and they would, man, be in my room and they be bagging up and stuff, right? And weed, basically, and then they would be sitting there drawing on a piece of paper, the way they wanted their clothes to look. And they'll disappear for 3, 4, 5 days. When they come back, man, they come back. Everything I see them drawing on that piece of paper, that shit was on their back. I was like, man, when I grow up, I'm gonna be like that, So, man, that's how it began. I got it from, my brother, my family. And I say when I was 11, 12, before the game ever started, man, the pimp game. I did a few other things, man, I learned how to pick pockets. So me and some of my friends, we went across country, man, to Kentucky Derbies, World Series, anything like that. We didn't go to the game, but we went where the crowd was, and we got our money. But when I got to be 17, say if I got caught before I was 17, my mother could come get me. After 17, my aunt couldn't come get me no more. It was a real case. So, man, I left that alone, and then I ventured off into this game, and I taught what I knew to the young ladies. And it went on from there. But, that's somewhat like how I started, man. I say I was 16 years old, 17. I met this young lady. Her name was Faye. And I didn't know what Faye did. But Faye, she was a little faster than me. She was in the game. So, she stuck with me, maybe for about a year, a little more than a year. And, she left. What she left me with was the name of this game. And from that point on, man, when Faye left, some more people came. And then that's when I knew for sure this was for me. But back then, they didn't call me King James. They called me Jimmy Mack. Me and a guy named Pharaoh. He was Pharaoh back. I was Jimmy Mack. And ever since, I was a little, when I used to see the words on a Mack truck, this is what I would say. I said, man, I'm a Mac. That means I was born M, a man with A, the authority to see where a crown could carry. I'm a motherfucking king, man. And I'm going to live that way, man, for the rest of my life, man. And, it was some bumps and some bruises, but, man, as time went on, man, I became professional. That's what I do, That's what I did.
Okay. So what made you choose pimping? Like, how did that play? How was your transition from all the other stuff, the pickpocketing, the other street things? How did you how was the transition? How did that work out?
In the neighborhood,
like, was you influenced by somebody that you?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Yes, I would. It was the neighborhood I grew up in. Was Roseland. They called it the Wild Hunters. Now it was called Roseland here, but all my role models was either hustlers, they was players, they was pimps. My brother, I say his name was Custo. He went off the job corps. When he came back, that's all he talked about. He left, he had a nap. He came back, he had an own butter. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go get me some butter.
Okay.
I went and got me some butter. And then I said, everybody in the neighborhood, it was a cat named Barker, a cat named Chicago Joe, my brother Gus, Wine. It was a whole bunch of cats. And, that's what they did. They hustled or they even pimp, And one day, my brother took me for a ride with him, and he took me up north. And, man, I seen how it went. I was like, man, shit, I want to try my hand at that, Please believe me, it wasn't easy, man. It didn't work out like I wanted it to at first, man, But as time went on, man, everything fell into place.
It just worked. The kinks kind of worked themselves out with a little time and experience.
Okay. I can remember my brother's friend, his name was Pizzarelli. He was like, man, don't be around here, man. Just Georgia needs girls. And a lot of people, for those that don't understand what Georgia means, man, Georgia means, you don't just be around here, man, speaking with anything and everybody, man, for nothing, Gotta be a purpose and a reason,
Yeah.
So, for years I was like trying to figure this out, man. How do you get a woman want to give you some money, because you sleep with her? Then I figured it out. It ain't got nothing to do with you sleeping with him, man. It got something to do with what you say, man. You know, man. For the definition, for those that don't understand, this is what a pimp is, man. Pimp is a man that can take words, paint a picture, frame it in your mind, then he make that picture come to life so y'all could dance to it. In other words, I mean like live it, you know. Man, and if you can do that, man, then, man, you know, he may be able to wear this title, man.
That's the smooth way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the smooth way of putting it. Now, how long was your run?
37 years. 37 years. You know? Man, at the age of 54, we getting ahead of ourselves. You know, I looked in the mirror one day and I said to myself, dang, besides this game, what else do you know? And I had to be real and honest with myself. And I said, nothing. I said, so this is what you do, man. Take your ass to school and learn something. And that's what I did. When I was going to high school, man, you know, I graduated with D's and F's, man. You know? I'm thankful that I graduated. But, man, at 54, I decided to go back to school. When I came out of college, you know, and I never pictured myself being a college student. But, man, I was a real college student, man. And I got A's and B's out of 29 classes. I got 26 A's and 3 B's. I was on the dean's list. I was graduated with honors. I can remember this young lady, the teacher was asking us a question, and she turned around and she said, because I was asking the question, the lady, she turned around and told me, she said, you a nerd. I was like, hey, babe, thank you. You know? Right. Because that was a compliment to me. Yeah. Like, if you knew what the life that I came from, you understand why I'm telling you, man, thank you, man. That was a compliment, you know? Yeah. And, man, then I transitioned into
okay, we're gonna say the transition for our second half. We want to talk about, for the first half, we want to really dive deep into King James.
All right.
So you said you started off, you had the young lady named Faith.
Faith, yeah.
And then and as you went on, you kept going. But now 37 years, what? All
right, okay, let's say after Faith left, you know. Called a couple other girls, and I called this girl, man, you know. I'm talking about the one that stuck with me, you know, because you catch a lot of flat by night, you know, who made us come and be there for a week or two, you know, but they ain't really into it. They were just doing something to see what it was because they was curious.
Part itself. So does that old adage ring true? They ain't guaranteed to stay, but they guaranteed to pay. How does that?
Ain't nobody guaranteed to stay, but man, you know, if you got some game about yourself, man, and she like you and what you doing, man, because man, you know what a pimp do is manage the money, man. You know, as long as you managing the money right, she gonna follow her money. She ain't just gonna leave you with all the money. She ain't got nothing, you know. So, man, you know, you got to be a good manager, man. You know, but the next young lady that came, her name was Marcia. May she rest in peace. You know, she didn't pass away on my watch, but she passed away maybe 5 years ago. But me and her, man, I said back then they was calling me Jimmy Mack. So any woman that was with me, their last name was Mack. So she was Marcia Mack and I was Jimmy Mack, you know. And man, a friend of mine called me. He said, man, I'm down here in this little town called Kalamazoo, Michigan. Man, okay, man, never heard of it, man. You know, he said, man, come on down here, man. He told us pick it, man. So I went down there. And this how I left. I left, man, you know, with a Cadillac, $60, and high hopes. Because I believed in myself. I knew, man, you did that, man. This is what I'm going to do, man. If I get down there, I'm going to catch me somebody.
So did you take Marsha with you?
Nope, I left Marsha. No, went down there on my own, you know. Man, Marsha was still here doing her thing, you know. And I came and got back with her later once I took it out of town. But when I got there the first day, it was a lounge. The name was West Side Lounge. Man, we got dressed. He took me to the West Side Lounge. And I met this young lady. Her name was Kim. You know, and I hollered at Kim for a minute. And this other girl, her name was Vanessa. She started hollering at me. Because remember, this is a little bitty hick town, Kalamazoo, man. I'm talking about, man, you could ride through the whole town in 15 minutes. They ain't never seen a nigga with long butter. They ain't never seen a nigga with tailor-made suits with his initials on it. So, man, you know, we we celebrities in the town, you know.
Right.
And then I'm brand new, so everybody wants to get to know me. So the young lady Vanessa, she's following me around, and I turn around and Kim right behind me. She's like, she all over you. She's like, nigga, so man, I'm gonna be on. Next thing I know, me and Kim left, and we went back to my man's crib. It was several pimps down there. Fred, another cat named James, Dusty, and they all lived in this one house. It's a big old house, and it's about 9 girls staying up in there too, you know. So they told me I can go in the room over here, and I'm gonna get to you in the road. This happened, you know. They was like, you know, you can go in that room. So then I'm in there 2-3 hours and ain't knocking on the door like, nigga, you ain't doing no killing, you and that fucking, yeah. But that wasn't what it was. I told you, man, you take words, you paint a picture, you frame it in your mind, and then you make that them words come to life so you can dance to it. So the next day, we woke up. It was a blizzard outside. 9 o'clock came. Kim was off to work. It was like, damn, I guess that little nigga is a pimp, you know? So I put it down, and my guy was like, come on, man, let's go. I'm like, no, man, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna watch this, man. See what happens. We were like, no, man, let's go. We left, man. We was gone maybe about 3-4 hours. I come back, I say it was a blizzard, snow to your knees, man, you know? When I came back, man, Kim ran to the car, and she had a bankroll. I was like, man, you know, this is official. So we left, came back. That same night, we went back to the West Side Lounge, and I met this other girl. Her name was Alicia, white girl, you know? And I invited her to the crib later on that day. Make a long story short, 2 weeks I was in Kalamazoo. I was salt and pepper. When I met Alicia, Alicia had her own crib with a water bed. And man, a week into it with Alicia, she got a settlement, man, for $11,000. Put it in the palms of my hand. Said, man, I'm gonna be your man. This is what I said to myself. Nigga, you ain't never going back home.
I know that's right.
For real. Because, man, you know, me and Martha, we was getting a little money around here. But,
Right.
man, you know, it was working down there, you know. And that stuck with me for a while, man, you know. Then I came and got Marshall. And, man, some mishaps happened along the way, man, you know. But we were trying to be greedy, man. You know, we were trying to do other things besides pimping it. Man, believe me, when you step outside of what you went to do, man, the bottom could fall out. Because, man, make a long story short, it did. We went down there, man, you know, everybody around there, man, was using cocaine, but they was not snorting cocaine. They was doing other things with the cocaine. It's before, you know, pipes and all that. It was poking themselves, whatever, man, you know. And let's get this straight before we get it started, man, you know. Me, man, I'm drug-free. And to be with me, we had to be drug-free, you know. That was never, man, you know, the kid that I worked out of, man, you know. But, man, we went down there trying to sell some cocaine too, man. Man, one day, got knocked on the door who had been shopping with my homie. His name was Doc. So he'd been shopping with Doc for a while, man, you know. And Doc wasn't around, he knocked on my door and he asked me, do we have anything? I'm like, man, I don't even do that shit no more. That ain't what I do, man, you know. And he kept on. So I made a phone call to connect him with Doc. Next thing I know, 2 weeks later, that same boy, that white boy that was with him, that came to my room, man, me and Doc, we was riding one day, the police pulled us over. I'm thinking this for, you know, a traffic ticket or something, because we got out of town plates. Man, we got out of the car, and I was like, Doc, that's that dude who came in my room, man, you know. Next thing you know, man, I was in jail for 8 minutes betting. I had been in Michigan maybe 9 months, 10 months, man. Now I'm in jail for 8 minutes betting. I ain't sold nobody nothing, man, but, man, my mother told me this before I left going out of town. She said, don't go out of town with that shit you do around here. She said, different town got different laws. I'm like, this mama, she don't know what she talking about, but mamas know what the fuck they talk about, man, you know?
Yes.
And she knew, man, it did, but, man, that thing, you know, man, I go to court, they calling me Jimmy Doe. I'm like, man, that ain't my name, man, because I ain't no Jimmy Doe. I'm going to court like this with my hands over my face. It's a little bitty town, remember, and everything that's done around there. You could have a baby, you're gonna be in the newspaper, on the news. You know, I'm in the news. I'm on TV. As soon as I got in the county jail, where I went to court, they told me my bond was $20,000, and that this case carried 20 years. I was like, what the fuck? You got to be kidding me, man. You know, here I am. I'm 18, 19, man, and they talking about giving me 20 years, man. But through the grace of God, man, you know, I sat there for a year, and I went to court, and man, they gave me time served, and man, let me go on back home to Chicago, which I only came home for a few months, and then I went right back down. But I knew not to get into that game again when I went back down. No.
Okay, give me 1 second. Peace and love, Albie, my Navy buddy. Thriller hopped on and said,
That's Thriller?
yeah,
That's
my man
man.
King James Jack.
That's my man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we in here. Hey, auntie. My auntie, one of my biggest supporters. She watch every show. She don't care what the topic is. She gonna support her needs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Please take this time to share this podcast. If you guys have any questions, please chime in. We welcome all questions, comments. You know, we free around here. Okay, James, I got another question for you. Okay. Now you basically told us now. How was it? What was the pimping always successful? Like, how was it? Was it like an up and down? How did that play out overall? Like,
Well, with me personally, the success came later, you know. Man, I mean, it was up, it was down, you know, man. You know, one day, man, you know, you eat big old steaks, and the next day, you man, sucking on the bone, you know. So it was, you know, not like in the beginning, man, you know, what the riches did, man. You know, it was, man, you know, they was coming, they was going, you know, they stuck for a while, man, you know. And I was saying with the young lady, Alicia and Kim, when I went to deal, man, needless to say, both of them went their separate ways. And I did a year. I came back out. I had to regroup, you know, so I came back home and I went back down there, and you know, it wasn't the same. You know, my guys had been down there for a while, and I said it's a little bit of heat town, man, you know, the people had, you know, woke up like, man, you know, you don't want to fuck with them guys over there. Them guys serious, man. You know? Man, them guys real pimps, and they gonna have you doing some shit that you don't want to do, man. You know?
they gonna take you somewhere.
Man,
They gonna take you somewhere.
So I came back home, man, you know, and, I had a crib down there, and I left with a guy named Fred, man, Fred in Atlanta. So I came back here, and I came back, I was riding with a guy named Earthquake and another guy named Zay. They kicked it with my sister. She was in the game, you know. But we coming across 79th Street, Earthquake spotted this girl, and he called her Zombie. He said, that goes Zombie. I'm like, Zombie? He said, anybody want to talk to Zombie? I was like, hell yeah, nigga, I'll take a pig in a wig and get a gig, you know? And, man, make a long story short, she hopped in the car. I had them drop me off at my mother's house. And sit there and interview, you know, the young lady. Her name was Antoinette Martin, but I named her Sweet Pea, you know? So I sat there and interviewed Sweet Pea, and, you know, she told me, you know, she was in the game. She was this and she was that. So I was just anxious to get me some money because I hadn't had none in a while, right? So I put her, you know, down in a spot, man, where I come from, on 105th in Michigan. You know, as soon as she hopped in the car, and I'm just being real, y'all. I ain't gonna hold no punches. She hopped in the car, and I didn't see her again for about an hour and a half. She came back, you know, and she told me, dude, that took her fast, and man, you know, took her money and tried to force herself, and she had to make her way back. So, man, she got on back down. She was gone again for 30 minutes, you know, and had some funny stuff happen. I said, man, this ain't working, you know. I got a hotel room. We got on the bus and we got a hotel room. I ain't got no car, nothing at this time. And we went to a place called the Harmony Dog. It used to be on Roseland in Wabash. Back then, you got to remember, this was a long time ago. The room cost $10, 24 hours. And this how old it was. You took a slug and put it in the TV to watch, you know. But man, I sat there, man, that night, and I really, man, interviewed Sweet Pea, and I found out her pedigree, and she told me she was up north. And that's where the game was supposed to play at. I should have never been on 105th Michigan. We went up north, and me and Sweet Pea began to come up from there. So I would say, man, maybe 4 months, 5 months or two, I took her and Martin to Michigan. And when we got down there, Martha, she was kind of envious and jealous. She wasn't ready for that wife-in-law thing. So she came on back home, and that was like, me and her. Until the day she died, we was cool. But, we wasn't in that game together. But I took Sweet Pea back down there, man. I say, about a month or two of Sweet Pea called a case, man. Just like with me, man. You from Chicago, that little bitty town, they're going to try to make the example out of you, man. So they gave her a high bond, and man, make a long story short, man, she got found guilty. They gave her 6 months. Now, first case, while she was there, man, I told my homie named Fred, I said, man, we're going to go to this other little town, Battle Creek, to catch me at home. So I went to Battle Creek. Make a long story short, man, I caught the young lady, with Net. Man, she was in the little lounge. I see her sitting over there, and I'm like, you cool with me to come over there? She like, yeah, come on. And we went to her house. And most people would think, man, you go to somebody's house, man, first thing you can do is touchy, Philly, and all that. We just sat up and talked till the sun came up. Excuse me. So the next day when we woke up, her thing was, excuse me, what's on the agenda for today, Jimmy Mac? I was like, pack your shit, we going to Chicago, So.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and we'll be.
Join us for our brand new podcast, The Culture Connects. Hosted by Honey and her weekly guest co-hosts, we're diving deep into the latest current events and important issues affecting our culture. Catch us live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Don't miss out on engaging conversations and insightful discussions. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Let's connect and explore the heart of our culture together. See you there.
Welcome back. Okay, we're on the second half of our show. So now, you was doing the pimping. You came back to Chicago. How long was you out there in the streets before you made a decision? Like, how did that? What prompted the decision to make a transition? Yeah, what prompted the decision to even make a transition?
But man, it's a long story, man. Like I say, with Lynette, me and her, before we came back to Chicago, I stopped in Kalamazoo. And I went from Kalamazoo to the county jail, and I introduced Sweet Pea to Lynette. I told Sweet Pea, this your wife. I'm going to make sure you got some zooms and some wham, but I'm off to Chicago. And I'm going to, make sure you're all right, and I'm going to go pimping. So, man, I say, she did her 6 months, and me and Lynette, she caught on fast, man. Man, you got to know the town of Chicago, Broadway up north, man. There's plenty of money. I mean, live up there, you go get a loaf of bread, come back for $200-300, man. And they were just out there like that, but then the next day, up there for a while, Sweet Pea came out. I went back and got her, and we all came back, and man, I would say, man, a year or two passed, and then, I was with myself again. Everybody broke bad. You know, that's the up and down part, man. You never know how long they're gonna stay, man. You know, but man, everybody broke bad. So one particular day, I ran across 63rd Street, and I ran into this girl. Her name was Silk. That's her name. That's her name. But I ain't gonna say her real name. But her name was Silk. You know, up until now, I had what you call flatbackers. You know, they just, you know, man, did what they did to get the money. But Silk was altogether a different entity, man. Silk was a thief. And she was a natural born leader, so other girls would follow her home. So, man, you know, time passed, me and her were together. Before I knew it, man, I was like 4 or 5 deep, you know, and man, everybody in my house, I said earlier, I had a den full of thieves, man, you know. And whatever that boy named Ludacris, he said he had different holes in different area codes. That was me, you know. Man. One was from Chicago, one was from Milwaukee, 2 was from California, and 1 was from Minnesota, man. Man, you know, everybody in there, man, knew what to do, and they knew how to steal, man. See, this is what that people don't get, man. You know, the game ain't about opening your legs, opening your mouth, man. You know, that's one part of it, man. But if you know how to steal, like I said when I was a kid, big pockets. So that game, if she was worthy of it and she stuck with me, I showed her how to do that, man. So if she went in, and I hate to use this sucker name, but I'm gonna use this name. If she went in Donald Trump house, she gonna come out with a bankroll, because man, you know, she got me going in there with her, man, because I didn't take what the game, man. So you know, back to the question you asked me, you said what made me want to transition, man. You know, at the age of 54, man, it's 37 years later. I had a real good run, you know, and I started to see that, man, you know, this game not gonna last forever, but when you get into it, that's what you be thinking, you know, it's gonna last forever, but nothing lasts forever, you know. So I asked myself, you know, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, man, besides this game, what else do you know? And I said, nothing, you know. So some said, man, you know, go to school and learn something. So that's what I did at the age of 54, 55. I went to school, man. 3 years later, I popped up. Now, all these years, 37 years, I've been King James the Pimp, P-I-M-P. But now, when I come up out of school, I could drop them letters from my name, and now I'm Mr. James Wellborn, CADC, Certified Alcohol and Drug Company. All my life, all I ever did was talk for a living. And to this day, I still talk for a living, but I get paid by the state to do so, you know? And then I get to help other people, man. Yeah. You know? And I'm loving what I do, man, because you know, because of the name that I had in this game, you know, people tend to listen to me more so than they would the next guy who they know just read a book about it, man. Yes. You know? And I done experienced this, I done lived this, man. So, you know, man, I could, man, spark change in other people's lives, man. So, man, that's what I did all my life, man. That's what I do today, man. You know, and I love every bit of it, man. You know, I got my own office. It say my name on the door, James, CADC, Certified Alcohol Drug Counselor. And man, all I do is, you know, talk, you know, and man, got a few paragraphs, man. You know?
That's the blessing.
Man, and I can remember times sitting in my house, in my nephew's house, and I'm at his computer, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and looking at it. 30, 40 minutes have passed. I'm like, how the fuck do you turn this thing on? But now, man, not only do I know how to turn it on, man, you know, I know what to do with it.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm in the midst of, man, you know, writing my story, man. You know? Man, on that same computer that I could not turn on, man, you know, some years ago, man. But, man,
that's truly
God, man, you know, He comes in your life, man. And when God comes in your life, you know, and I could never forget the day, man. You know, it wasn't an overnight transition, but March 25th, 1986, I went to the Apostolic Church of God with a man named Bishop Brace, you know. Still had the crown in my head and all that, man, you know. But this particular day, I was sitting there, man, and I was going through some things. And it was a song that the choir was singing called Don't Give Up, you know. And I was like, wow, it's 3,500 people in here, but it seems like he's talking to me and to me only, you know.
Don't it be like that in the church?
Yes. You know, and I'm like, wow, you know. And when the man said, man, I'm opening up the door to the church, ain't no shame in my game or nothing, man. With tears in my eyes, man. You know, I walked down that aisle, man. I said, it was March 25th, 1985. I didn't completely surrender that day, but I did go get baptized. Man, that's when God came in. And what happened when God come into your life, man? He give you something that you never had. He give you a conscience.
Yes.
You know, and when he give you a conscience, man, I don't care who you are or what you do, man. You know, man, when you start to be doing something wrong that's out of order, that conscience gonna kick in, man, and you're gonna think of him, man, and you're gonna have to, man, you know, correct that, man, whether you want to or not. It's just like you got to. You can't do what you used to do. Like I said, it's a new life. Yeah, man, he gave me a new life, and I'm thankful for it. You know? Yeah, truly thankful. You know?
That's a blessing. Okay, we have some people on here. We just and they comment. We just do it. Yeah. Okay. Let me get to some of these comments. Okay, Lester. Pippin ain't easy, right? But somebody got to do it. Okay, respect to both. Thank you, Philip. Hollywood.
Phil Walker, Samella, I want to shout y'all out, man.
He said, Skrilla said, when are we getting the book? The King James Version.
Hey, Skrilla, that's going to be the name of it, man. You know, it's called the King James Version, the game I played and how I was able to gracefully bow out, man. You know, it's a process, man. You know, I thought I could just sit down and, you know, write it, you know, overnight, but no, it's a process, man. It's taking a while because I want, man, you know, the readers to get the real story. Like right now, we just getting the condensed version, you know, of my life. There's a whole lot to the story that ain't gonna be told today because, you know, time ain't gonna allow it. But yeah, it's definitely coming, sir. It's definitely coming, man.
DJ Samella.
What's up, Samella?
Peace and love. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Okay. Lester said, what is he saying? It is a blessing to be here today to tell your story. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's truly a blessing. And I'm blessed to have him in my studio. I thank God that he, you know, he gave me some time and came through to tell us this story. And it's not over. James has a powerful testimony. You know what I'm saying? There is so many layers to this. It's just amazing. Hey, Sister Red, that's right. You know you my big bro always. Much love, much love.
Sister Red, that's my homie.
Oh yeah.
You know, me and Red got some stories to tell, but we did it side by side together. You know, yeah.
Okay. Icy he Icy from 11-9 Wentworth Boys. You know what that is?
Not really.
Okay.
11-9 Wentworth Boys.
That might be
119 to Wentworth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. But it had that's one of my brothers. My god sister out here. Hey Perlene. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all y'all support, man. It's like,
for everybody
James, you know, I told you before when we was in the game, you were the only one. You were the only one that bucked me. You the one of red holes, James. I he said, look at the screen.
Yeah, you know what, Red? You're 100% right, man. You're 100% right, man. You did, man. But see, this what these youngsters don't get, man. You know, man, we take that, man, you know, man, with pride. It wasn't like, man, we was angry with each other or none of that, man. You know, man, man, in this game, man, you know, I'm just gonna explain to him how it go, Red. Say, if, man, you know, my girl choose you, your girl choose me, you know, man, we come and knock on one another's door like, hey, man, you know, and say this in a stick way. You know, man, she slipped on a banana peel and, you know, she's not missing, man. You know, it's her face might be on the milk carton, but she ain't missing, man. You know, she just with some more pimping right now.
Oh,
you know?
no.
And, you know, we accept that, man. You know, I mean, First time I got served, man, you know, guy named Billy, you know, he got me. You know, this was when I was down here in Michigan. You know, he got me, man. You know, man, you know, we bought a big old bottle of champagne, and I don't even drink. I gave him all her clothes, and man, you know, took his hand, wished him good luck. You know, and the man told me, man, 'cause I was like 19, 20 at this time. He said, man, you know, boy, you're gonna be all right. You took that serving like a champ. So, man, you know, I expect the next man, you know, if I bump him to take it like a champ too, man, you know. And Sister Bro Red, man, he was a real one, man, you know.
True player, true player, true player.
We did this here, man, you know, together, you know. And that's still my man to this day, man, you know. Shout out to you, man, in that ATL, brother. You know?
Right. Brother Ike from 119th in Wentworth said, yes, sir. Ed Brown, hey, peace and love. Thank you for joining my show tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What you saying, Ike, over there? Much love, family. Wow, wow. All right.
Where it all started at, brother, you know.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of people think, man, you know, I come from out west and all that, man, but no, I'm from out south, and we kick a whole lot of game out our mouth. You best believe it, man, you know.
Sister Maria said, yes, indeed, we did it the right way.
Hey, he said the right way. Sister,
Yeah.
this is how we did it, like the Colonel do chicken, right.
You
You
did.
remember that old commercial? There's only one thing I do, sir, one thing only, you know, and that's killing, and I do it like the Colonel do chicken, right, you know.
The right way.
Because it is a right and a wrong way to do it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Do it the wrong way, man, you get caught up, man, you know, you're in a world of trouble, man, for the rest of your day. You know? Me personally, I'm just thankful that, man, God showed me how to gracefully bow out of this shit, man, because
Yeah.
a lot of cats, and this is the important part, I want y'all to understand about playing the game, but I want you to understand, man, it's like after the game, man. If you don't, man, you know, make a way for it, you will be stuck. But most of the guys that me and Sister Red knew, that my guy Phil knew, and that's the guy that I started with in this game a long time ago.
Okay.
You know, Phil Walker, I'm 65th and Damon. Before I really got into it, his sister was my girlfriend, and she broke my heart. And I said to myself, man, I ain't gonna never let another woman do me like this one did, you know. But man, that was a long time ago, man. You know, and I say, you know, if you don't have a way out, man, you end up, man, you know, either penitentiary, you end up, man, alcoholic, drug addict, or just totally fucked up out here, man. So I thank God every day that, man, he showed me the way out. And now I can live just as good out the game as I did as I was when I was in the game. You know, man. That's the blessing in it all, man. And I get to give it back today, man. You know. And I have helped some people, man, you know, man, change their life around, man, you know, through the things I might have said out of my mouth, or the way I conduct myself. And man, that's the blessing in it, man. That's the reward, man. You know, man, you know, we got to be able to give it back, man. You know, I know for a fact I took a lot out of life, so man, you know, I got to get something back, man. You know, it's a pleasure to be able to give it back today. It really is, man.
Santino say, don't buy into that pimp or die.
No, man.
Not at this age, no way.
Because you fuck around and die for real, you know, man. You gotta have, man, you know, another plan, man, you know, for the afterlife. And Tino just like me, we thought we was gonna do this forever, man, you know, but nothing that forever, you know.
Inbox me, Lester. Inbox me. All right. Skrilla said, King James always been a man of his word. He don't even come out that much, but came to my video shoot for Perfection that turned out to be a hit and streamed over 230K. Hey,
Yeah, it did.
That was a great day for him and King Bert. Yes. And man, if anybody know how to get in touch with Bert, please let him know. I really need him on this show.
For sure. I watched it earlier today, man. You know, the Perfection video. I said, damn. And it was another one you dig up there on YouTube. I said, man, you know, it's still booming, man, you know. And hey, man, that was a good day, man. A real good day, man. You know? Yeah.
Now, was that the song they did with Cold Heart and them?
Yeah.
Deborah had called me and invited me
that was that
to the video shoot. My hair wasn't done, I couldn't go.
Yeah.
She was like, "Thor, where you going?" I'm like, "Girl," and I looking back now, I should have. But
that was a good day. That was a good day.
Beautiful. No. So, tell us now, what is King James doing today?
Man, I'm a drug connoisseur, man. My nights used to start at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up, I'm going to work, and man, 5 o'clock in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, man, I wouldn't call it a job because it's something I love doing. And, I just continue to do what I always did. I talk for a living, man. I'm helping people. I'm giving back, man. That's what I'm doing today, man. And telling my story, sharing, my experience, man. How I can help other people, man. Not make them same endeavors or mistakes, man. That I might have made, man, in my past. Man, I wouldn't say I ever wasted my time because I got a lot out of it, but I know if I would have continued to, man, pursue that, ain't no telling where I might be right now. Probably messed up because, man, we did a video called Pimps Up Over Down, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. And all that came through Bert. Bert's cousin was a gentleman from New York named Brent Owens. And Brent Owens came here and said, man, he needs some guys to do this video. And, he came and he quoted the price. Man, I'm not going to tell my story for that little bit of money, man. We go to jail for that shit, man. And he came and he said the right price. And, man, even that was a lesson learned, man, because we didn't know that was HBO who was doing that. And they made millions of dollars. Matter of fact, when it first came out, man, my homie, his name is Capri. He was on vacation somewhere with his girl in Cancun, Mexico. And man, true story, the man called me from Mexico. And he said, man, I'm looking at you on TV and you speaking Mexican. They done dubbed my voice and everything, man. I was like, man, these people really played us, man, But what it did, man, it just enhanced, my name in the game and, made a whole lot of girls want to come and, man, see what it was about over there in my household, man. So, man, it was a plus, man, but, man, today, different story, man, all that's behind me, man, and, I'm looking to see what's ahead of me now. I said, man, life is good, man. Got enough to did what I did, man. I got my run after 36 years, and then, it's over, and man, just like with this drug thing, man, people stop trying to use drugs and they get withdrawals and things like that. Believe me, man, I had some withdrawals too, because I wasn't ready to just say, man, I give, but man, it was time, man, And like you gotta know when to play your hand, you gotta know when to hold, and you gotta know when to fold, man.
So how did you know when it was time for you? How did you know when it was time to just say, man, I'm done?
Man, 56 years old, 54 years old. There ain't but one girl left, man. Her name was Juicy. She come out of Milwaukee, and we was in and out, and I was just like, man, the laws is changing, man, they don't call this pimping and pandering no more. They call it human trafficking. I'm not a human trafficker. I played the game and I played it well, man. I played by the rules and the regulations. Was never no underage people in it. None of that stuff, man. It was by choice. It never by force. I say, man, it was the words I said out of my mouth, and made them choose to do what they wanted to do. So, man, when I seen the game changing, it was like, man, you gotta get out of this shit, man. Too late, man. And I said, man, you don't know nothing else. Go to school and learn something, man. Hey, don't ever believe this here, man. They say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's bullshit. Look at me. Man, I learned a whole lot of new tricks, man. You know, man.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, man, believe it or not, it's hip to be square. Yeah, it really is, man. You know? Hey.
My mom used to say it's better to be square so you could be around longer.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
And I thought she was the biggest square ever.
Man, you know,
Gave me all that game and I ain't know it. You know.
Man.
That's
When my mother told me not to go out of town with shit I was doing around here, man, you know, I'm like, man, she's square, but boy, you know, ain't nothing new up under the sun, man. Everything we done and doing, man, you know, it's been done 1,000 times before, man, you know. Man, it's just our turn to do it, man. That's all it is. But man, fast forward to today, we living in a different world, y'all. And man, our youth, you know, got me being a drug counselor, animalized this shit thing, man, you know. We lost a few generations, man. Heroin came, crack came, wasn't no mamas in the house, wasn't no daddies in the house. They were gone, on drugs. So that first generation, wasn't nobody raising them. Wasn't no more big mamas, grandmamas, or none of that left, right? So, man, them kids grew up and they had no leadership. You know, they had nobody to teach them, man, you know, right from wrong. Then, them kids had kids. Didn't nobody teach them nothing. So they ain't teaching their kids nothing. You know, they learn the gang bang and turn their heads to the left and to the right and sell drugs and rob and all this here. And then them kids had kids. And man, now we got the next generation and them kids had kids and nobody taught nobody nothing, man, for 3-4 generations. And man, in my opinion, that's why you got 11, 12, 13-year-olds, man, who around here robbing people, you know, man, stealing trucks and running into stores, breaking down brick walls, dragging ATMs up out of them, man. My name is King James, and it carry a lot of weight. But one of these young boys come to me, man, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you is. King James, King who? Give me that shit, nigga. You know, man, ain't no honor or no respect left in the game. No. My advice to you is don't get in it, man, because, man, it's only 2 ways out, man. Either death or the penitentiary, man, because the game ain't what it used to be. You know?
It sure
man,
is.
You know, I used to always say, man, you know, I was a Mac. And I said this with Honey earlier, man. You know, that meant that, man, I was a man with the authority to see where crown, because I was born a motherfucking king, man. These cats don't see themselves as kings no more, man. They see themselves as gangsters and killers, you know, and man, it's a big difference, man. Yeah. You know, in the word gang, man, you know, I always describe it as this here, man, you know. This is how you can measure a person's game. About a gross amount of money you earned each year while you was in this shit, you know. If you ain't earned nothing while you was in it, man, you know, where's the game, man? You don't have much, you know. Man.
Definitely.
So I would not advise nobody, you know, man, to play in them streets, man. Because the streets that I come up in, them not the same streets anymore, man. It's a different world, man.
And I'm a generation after you, and I know, baby, it's way different than when I was coming up. These kids so crazy. Honey, I didn't gave my own self a curfew. Baby, I can't deal. But I want to take this time to thank you so much for coming on my show.
Man.
I want to thank my viewers, man. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna take a brief commercial break, and I'm gonna close out at the end, you guys. Thank you so much.
Join us for our brand new podcast, The Culture Connects, hosted by Honey and her weekly guest co-hosts. We're diving deep into the latest current events and important issues affecting our culture. Catch us live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Don't miss out on engaging conversations and insightful discussions. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Let's connect and explore the heart of our culture together. See you there.
All right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, we're going. Okay, what you saying, Red, over here? What we got? He said, I didn't get it right until I walked out of prison the last time in 2013 at 50 years old and learned more trades than most people will in a lifetime. You know, sometimes that second life be better than the first. Sometimes it work out like that, you know.
Hey, man, I agree with that. That's the best thing that ever happened to me, man. You know, man, because if we wouldn't have decided to change to someone that went wrong in our life, we'd have been stuck, man, you know, forever. Because in our mindset, that's what we thought, man, you know, it's pivot down. I'm a pivot till like that. No, you not, nigga. That shit ain't gonna work like that, man, you know. That's the nowadays, man. I got a 36-year run, 37 years, man. And these cats might not get a year run, man, you know, before they get caught up, man. So, yeah, man, I thank God for the change, man. You know?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Thanking every day for the change, man.
Yeah.
And I want to clear one thing before we get up out of here, man. A lot of people, you know my reputation, you know, but don't nobody really know, man, you know, who I really am, man, you know. Man, my reputation is one thing, man, but man, my character is totally a different thing, man. You know, I'm a gentleman, 100%, man. You know, man. Unless, man, you know, you coming at me in a foul way, then I'm gonna give you the utmost respect, man. You know, your word with me is always bond until you do something to show me something different. You know, and man, I got respect for all women. My mother was a woman, and she taught me a lot, man. She raised me all by myself, man. My father died when I was 10 years old, man, you know, so, man, it was all on my mother, man. Man, let she rest in peace. She did a good job, man. And I know she's looking down and saying, hey, man, that nigga finally got it, you know? Man, he was switched it up. I don't know, man, you know, how she felt about the lifestyle that I lived, but she didn't ever say anything negative to me about it, you know, but, you know, she know when I had it, I took care of her too, man. Well, I'm just glad to be, man, you know, still here, man, you know, and living my life, man, you know, and able to say, man, man, I'm living in a spiritual world instead of the world in these streets, man, you know.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
King JX, thank you. Hey, peace and love, Ryan. Yeah, okay, straight ism. Okay, you guys, we're gonna close out. Thank you again, King James. Thank you all for viewing. You know what I'm saying? I really, man, I couldn't have did it without you guys. I really couldn't. You know what I'm saying? My guests that came on for these 12 weeks, you guys have nothing short of amazing. And I thank all of you. Stay tuned. K Dub, you know what, K Dub? I thought you forgot about me this week. Now you know you always show up for me. You know I got to have you on season 2. Man, this my brother out, man. I got so much love and respect for him and his wife, man. They just some truly beautiful people. He said, K Dub tuning in. Shout out to my big homie King James. When I was assured he was Pimp James. He stayed up north in the same building as my big brother Ricky Ricardo. Rest in peace.
Wow, you 100% right, man. You know, I stayed up there for 14 years, 15 years, man. You know, in the high rise on Lakeshore Drive. And man, shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. See, man. That's an eyewitness, man. You know, he seen it happen, man. You know, before his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it really went on. But honey, before we cut out, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad we're getting a positive response. And man, you know, I just want the world to know our message today is, man, you know, I'm positive. To be positive. You know, man, a lot of people ask me, man, you know, to get up some game, you know. But this is my answer to the youth, man, today, man, you know. Man, just because this shit worked for me, does not mean it's gonna work for you. Man, don't try to be like Mike, man. Be like Derek. or Johnny, or whatever your name might be, man. Find what you good at and go forward, man. Like I said, man, just because it worked for me, don't mean it's gonna work for you, man. So, man, find your spot in, man, and make it happen.
All right, now, James, before we close out, I'm gonna need you to pop me a toast.
Oh, we could do that. We could do that. I know where that comes from. That comes from my main man, Santino. Right? So, man, I want people to understand, man, that the toast ain't got nothing to do with rapping. It may sound like rapping, but, man, this was long before, man, rapping ever was this thing, man. It's what pimps used to do. They sit around and they used to chop it up, man, and they used to toast. So here's the toast, man. Man, it tells my life story. It was the full moon in the middle of June. In summer 69, I was young, I was cool. I shot a bad game of pool, and I hustled off the chumps I could find. I pitched pennies, played horses at the track, and I played cars at Mr. Minnesota. My favorite game was blackjack. See, I seldom lost because my game was so boss, and I had my shit down pat, and I was running through bitches like rags to riches, and still on this very day. This is where my heart is at. See, I'm what you call a downstairs dreamer, up the supreme, and there is no game that I cannot play. And if I catch a nigga cheat, honey, I will give his motherfucking ass a beating. Might even blow him away. Because I grew up around those that was pickpockets, murders, and thieves, car shot gamblers with aces up the speed, bank robbers, burglars, boosters, and pimps, prostitutes, call girls, and all kinds of imps. Car shots, winners, and politicians who gave me, King James, their campaign expenses. Hijackers, officers, and bookies in the mob, and just about anybody else who ever killed, cheated, or robbed. Man, on that note, man, much love to the world, man. Whatever you do, man, be positive, man, and give it back. Man, gotta keep going around in the show.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you for watching the Culture Connects podcast. Please join us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your hostess, Honey, and this is an Aisha Sisters production.